Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about some numericals based on this chapter. So first we'll take some numericals on equations of rotational motion. So we had discussed these equations of rotational motion while comparing the different motions, that is translational, rotational, rolling. So and comparison of the terms between the rotational and the translational case, right? So there we had written that what are the equations of rotational motion? The final angular velocity is equal to initial angular velocity plus angular acceleration into time. So if you want to write directly, you can simply write the linear equations here. V is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, and v square is equal to u square plus 2as. You will be able to write these easily then. So s is equal to ut plus half at square. S is what? In linear motion, s is linear displacement. So in this rotational motion, for s we will write angular displacement. U is initial angular velocity. We'll replace it by omega naught t plus half. For acceleration, we'll write angular acceleration. So this is our second equation of rotational motion. What will be our third equation? This will be omega square is equal to omega naught square plus 2 into angular acceleration into angular displacement. So these are the three equations of rotational motions. So let's take a question given in your NCERT, and the question is 7.14. It says the angular speed of a motor wheel is increased from 1200 rotations per minute initial angular speed. This is 1200 rotations per minute, right? So this can be converted into rotations per second. So 12 upon 60 rotations per second. When we talk about rotations per second, which quantity it is, you must recall that, right? The unit of omega, that is simple angular velocity if we talk. This is in radians per second, right? So if rotations per second, that is rotations per second is given, it means frequency is given. Frequency is what? Unit is rotations or revolutions per second, or it can also be written in terms of hertz. In later on you will study. Okay, so frequency unit is rotations per second. So if rotations per second is given, so that means you need to find the value of omega using frequency, right? So if rotations per second is given, then omega is equal to 2 pi. New formula is to be applied. So if we are talking about initial, right? So they have given here nu naught. Omega naught will be 2 pi into nu naught means 12 upon 60 rotations per second. So this is given. I have just explained whatever is given till the question, till the part of the question up to which I have read. Second thing, what is given? The angular speed of a motor wheel is increased from 1200 rotations per minute to 3120 rotations per minute in 16 seconds. So final angular speed. That means they have given in rotations per minute now. So that means they have given frequency. This is 3120 they have given. So this can be written 3120 upon 60 RPS. That means omega final will be 2 pi nu. That means 2 into pi into 3120 upon 60. Right. Now this was in rotation per second. Now when we have multiplied, it has become radians per second. So this is also radians per second now, because now we have multiplied by 2 pi. Right. What else is given? They have given the time during which this transition takes place. So the speed is increased from omega naught to omega in t time. How much t is given? 16. Yeah, 16 seconds. Right. What is the angular acceleration? Assuming the acceleration to be uniform. So you have to find this, and how many revolutions does the engine make during this time? So you have to find the number of revolutions. So these two parts you have to find. Now I think you are in a position to understand which part are we supposed to use. First, for first part, look at the three equations. Which one will we use? If we mark this as first, this as second, this as third equation, which one will we use? We know we are given omega, omega naught and time. So we can find alpha directly. So alpha is omega minus omega naught upon t. What is omega? This is, we can cancel it out also. Let's write this after cancelling. So this is pi into 0, 0 cancel. So this is 312 upon 3. And this is to me 3 1s are 3, 0, 4 radians into pi. Radians per second. Similarly, this can also be cancelled. So 12 5s are 60. This is 2 upon 5 pi radians per second. So if I mark these as equation 4 and 5, so from 4 and 5, we are putting the value. Omega is 104 pi minus omega naught is 2 by 5 pi upon time is 16. So I can take this common. 2 can be taken common. So here will be 52 pi minus pi also can be taken. So 52 minus 1 by 5 upon 16. This is me alpha is equal to 2 pi. This is 2 at the 16. This will give me alpha is equal to 259 upon 5 into pi by 8. So nearly 4 pi radian per second square. So for the second part, I'll have to first find theta, and that will be omega naught t plus half alpha t square. Omega naught is how much? 2 by 5 pi into 16 plus half alpha is 4 pi into 16 whole square. So if we solve this, we'll nearly get, this is 32 upon 5 pi plus 4 pi into 16 into 8. So this gives me nearly 1152 pi. So how many revolutions are there? We'll have to use unitary method. So unitary method you have studied in class 9th or 7th, I don't remember. So for one revolution, we have 2 pi radians. So this is in radians. So you can say 2 pi in one revolution. So in 1152 pi radians, how many revolutions will be there? 1 upon 2 pi into 1152 pi revolutions. So cancel this, you will get 2 5s are 10, 2 7s are 14 and 2 6s are 12. So these many revolutions will be there, will be taken by the engine, right? So this was about this question. Let's take one more question for this. A wheel initially at rest. A wheel initially at rest rotates for 2 seconds. Under the angular acceleration of 3 radian per second square. So angular acceleration is 3 radians per second square. Find the angular velocity. Find angular velocity acquired after 2 seconds. Right? This was the first part. Second part is angular displacement, that is theta, in 2 seconds. And third is torque acting on the wheel if the moment of inertia is I is given, that is moment of inertia. How much is the moment of inertia? It's 12 kg meter square. We know that the SI unit of moment of inertia is kg meter square. So let's take which formula we have to use. For first part, we know we have to find, it starts from rest. That means omega naught is 0. So what will be angular acceleration, beta? Alpha from here will be omega minus omega naught upon t. So that is, we could have used this directly also. So this omega is what? Omega naught is 0 plus alpha is 3, time is 2. P is equal to u plus at, omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha t. So this gives me 6 radians per second. This is the first solution. Second part is theta. Theta is equal to ut plus half a t square. That is, theta is omega naught t plus half alpha t square. Omega naught is 0. So 0 into 2 plus half into alpha is 3 into 2 whole square. So this gives me 6. This is 6 radians, right? And then we have to find torque. Third is torque is equal to I alpha, and moment of inertia they have given 12. Alpha is how much? They have given 3. So this is 36. What is the unit of torque? That is Newton meter. This is 36 Newton meter. So this was about this question. I hope you understood how to apply these equations of motion. The derivation of these equations is exactly similar to the derivations of the equations of motion for motion in a straight line, for uniformly accelerated motion. So that's all for now. Have a nice day.